Okay, can you hear me? You can hear me, right? Cool. Awesome. Okay. Cool. If I do full screen, it doesn't do anything here. Oh, I need to adjust this. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna do some streaming of some work I've been working on. We're calling this internally as Horizon, but we're going to be releasing this as like kind of the hosting platform, so people can easily manage their hosting ships when they log into their Urbit. Okay, so I need to work on some stuff here around importing and exporting your peer. I have some old designs here that I worked on last month or 2 months ago about resetting, exporting, deleting. I think this is a pretty core functionality here to just be able to like boot and Urbit with us, but then also able to debug it or export your data here. So I need to take some of these designs and implement them with the new Indigo changes that we've made. Indigo is our design system that we use to manage our UI components. We're planning on increasing the font size here to 14 pixels, so that's changing everything that I've been working on. So I need to make those changes here. So I'm just going to do that. And then I've also made these into components, so these designs aren't updated. So I'm going to delete this. What am I looking for? Oh, I'm looking for this. So I've made like these cards for designs. And these are all components, so I'm calling this like an info card. And then this is supposed to be, there's no button for this, so I'm just going to delete this as the component here. And then this is supposed to replace this. I'm just making some small updates here. Some grid here. Not following too closely, but trying to get some like consistent vertical harmony here. Let's do 16. I think that should be it for now. Cool. So looks like I need to add this. So I'm just gonna try to riff off here for a while to see what this new export screen will look like. I just want to see if this will fit in with the new UI paradigm. So I have this ellipses design here. So I'm trying to paste that in here. Right now I'm just trying to figure out like if I can even fit this thing I designed earlier with the Indigo updates. Okay, so this spacing obviously is off. I feel like if we do this, yeah. So, oh shit. Oh, there we go. So, what the fuck? Whoa. Okay. Oh, that's weird. Is my Wi-Fi not working? many people are watching this? Oh wow, 6 people. Cool. So yeah, so this is some resetting flows here. So here, if you're resetting, I think cases of reset are like when you're something wrong with your peer. A peer is kind of just like a container on your same way like in a DigitalOcean container. So let's say something like borked in your container. So this is the flow where you would be able to reset it, and then it would ask you if you want to erase your data, just like a alert confirmation. And there's some like notification on resetting, and then it'll probably reboot. And then within this time frame, all of this stuff is like kind of changing underneath you. And then after you've rebooted, you have this new peer. Oh yeah, this new design kind of takes like this, because peer lengths are so long, I thought about just putting them on top, since it's kind of like the name of the thing, so that needs to be updated here. So let's do some, thankfully I made these into components, so should be able to easily swap these out if I remember what these. Okay, so phase uptime and bash go below. And this is phase, and then we're going to do the peer here, and then we're just going to delete this. These are all components, which is why I can just like turn these off and on. Okay, sure, I'll use this peer name. Yeah, all this stuff is really old. Okay. What did Seismic DNA asks, what does delete peer resetting do? Is it deleting the herb / check directory and then replaying from the event log? I'm trying to see if that, I think you're on, I think it's kind of what that does. I think it's more related to, I don't know specifically if it's the herb directory. My intuition says yes, because that's kind of like the only way, the real way to kind of reset the whole peer. In a general sense, it just kind of takes like the container your Urbit is running on, and then it just stops it, restarts it again, and then it boots it again. And then it would erase your data in that case, since it's like basically deleting the directory and then just booting up with like an empty directory, or not empty, but like empty like herb directory. Yeah. So these are exporting. So I would need to, yeah. So you see how the type system's like updated here. If you have any more questions, you can. I'll be like periodically checking the comments, so feel free to ask more questions. I don't know too much about kind of the really deep like technical hosting stuff, so I might not be able to answer if you have like questions around like how does hosting work and like how do you run XYZ, like but I'll try to answer to the best of my ability. Yeah, so we don't really have modals. Modals are kind of like a, how do we say this? We always say that we only have like one modal token in the design. We try to not overload modals. We're kind of an anti-modal company. But there are cases where they're useful, like in this case where you're just presenting some like interstitial data, or sorry, interstitial information that you want the user to confirm. Sorry about the volume. Uh, do want to be able to have a close button, so I'll probably look in my see if we can have a. Damn it, Gavin always names these so differently than me. So, was it? I think he just calls it X. Yeah. Oh, whoopsies. Oh, this is an auto layout component, which makes this kind of hard to wrangle. I'm trying to think if I should make this into a local component. Yeah, I guess so, because I'm kind of repeating this 3 times. And it probably will be more modals. This is kind of embarrassed about this organization, but my in progress local components. We use these local components as opposed to putting them into the Indigo design system because these are more kind of app specific. So although I do kind of rely on a lot of Indigo components inside of here, I have to make this bigger. I should have just did this. It's just like a stripe component here. So I'm gonna have a modal here. So probably need some type of stroke. I feel like we have a lot of strokes going on in this design. But I wanted to add an X here. So God, I hope. Wow, I'm just making myself look like an idiot, like in real time. What do I want to do here? This is not going to be okay. Here's how we rename this. How do they call it? Alert. Then let's try. I want this to have the right padding row. Oh, right. Let's call this text. And then I can just kind of drag this one. It doesn't work because it has to be its own plane. Oh shit. Be right back. Let me charge my laptop.